Alrighty, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. So, I'm gonna say something, and bear with me because it's very hard for me, that I did not think I would say anytime in at least the very near future, or ever, honestly. And it kind of hurts me to have to admit it. Let me take a deep breath. Let me gain my composure. This might have just turned into a drinking day. I agree with the Reverend Al Sharpton. So, according to a article from the Washington Examiner, the author is Beckett Adams. Even Al Sharpton thinks defund the police is idiotic. Basically, it says the MSNBC host and anti-Semitic agitator denounced the defund the police movement Tuesday. He characterized it as a childish fantasy of wealthy, out-of-touch coastal elites, which is exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what it is, right? To take all policing off the table is something that I think a latte liberal may go for as they sit around the Hamptons discussing this as some academic problem. Sharpton complained during an appearance on Morning Joe, but people living on the ground need proper policing. Yes, we need more resources in different areas like mental health. I said, he added, we need to reimagine how we do policing. But when you're talking about the fact we are in areas where it's literally what it says. We are in the areas where that is indicated with guns. That has the serious problem of people being given guns that can't even get a summer program. That's not my reading. That's actually what the statement says. That's a quote. That was hard for me to read, so I know it's hard for you guys to listen to it. I want to take the time to apologize right now. This article goes on to say Sharpton sounds as if he moonlights as a right-wing talk radio host. Pro-police check, a reference to wealthy coastal enclaves, check. Latte and academic prerogatives, check. Welcome to the EIB network, Brother Sharpton. The defund the police movement has yet to find a coherent message. Its proponents cannot decide if they want to reform law enforcement or abolish it altogether. Representative Elon Omar of Minnesota, you know her. Some people did something. Oh, I hate her voice. For example, has gone so far as to call for the disbanding of the Minneapolis Police Department. Activist Marimi Kaba authored an article for the New York Times titled, "Yes, we mean literally abolish the police." There are others in the press who support literal defunding, but in a much subtler way. They obscure their goals with mealy-mouthed doublespeak, including the claim that defund actually means redirecting funds from police departments to other parts of society that help people like housing, education, and communities. That is still defunding, by the way. But then there are people such as Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York and Rashida Tlaib of Michigan that support a, by comparison, moderate reform-based approach. As for Sharpton, he does not want any part of the defund silliness. Perhaps he has grown wiser with age. Perhaps he realizes that abolishing local peacekeeping services is a recipe for a disaster. Perhaps Sharpton realizes the defund movement is electoral poison for the Democratic Party. At any rate, his opposition suggests something larger of the move to defund the police. They suggest it is as radical and insane as it sounds. Sharpton helped incite the 1991 Crown Heights race riots. If he says a left-wing racial justice movement has gone off the deep end, he would know better than anyone else. So I don't know about him inciting race riots. That was 91. I think in 91 I was in high school trying to win a basketball championship, which we didn't. We fell just short. We made it to the semifinals of the state tournament. And I at 6 foot was the center. I should tell you about my hops. Stand on the goal and slam two-handed. Sorry about my reading on that part there, guys. It was just, reading this article made me drink. I think I almost stroked out for a minute. I think I did. I almost had to call 911. It was bad. But back to the main point. He's right. Why would you take police out of the areas they're needed most? I think Cortez and Talib, the squad, Omar, traitor to the country. Some people did something. They killed thousands of my people in Somalia. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. You know, probably should have, but we didn't. You know, should have been a ban on Somalis coming here again. But hey, that's just my opinion. But you know, Obama poured them into Minnesota. If y'all don't know about that, go check it out. So, but Sharpton's right. Why would you take them out of communities like Compton, Watts, south side of Houston, places like that where they need policing to keep good citizens safe? Because Omar and Ocasio don't care. So, that's just it. I couldn't believe that I agreed with Al Sharpton. I had to actually make a video about it. Like I said, my reading was off because I'm like 2 or 3 shots in. But I want to read this again because this is actually how it reads. And it's so confusing. I don't know if he said this. Hell, maybe when he realized he thought it, that that he needed a couple of drinks. Beats me. Beats me. But remember this, they're doing exactly what the Nazis did. They want to change out the police with their enforcement. Take your gun so you can't defend your home or your family. Now you're completely reliant on the government. It's just insane. And I think what the squad needs to realize, those bodyguards y'all have, they're police. They're Capitol Hill police. So maybe we should start the defunding there. It's just, it's the same to me that I don't know. I'm just mind blown. I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. It's just, I'm blown away. I'm gonna have a couple more drinks and digest this article. Yeah. So, thank you for watching this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. I might have to call it the Really Confused episode because that was really confusing for me. So, thank you everyone. I'll see you on the next episode.